Part 2 brought to you in part by Guinness Blonde. Even guineas love a good blonde.
You can fit a blonde in your pocket. That's a problem.
Something off right. Dog bowls of the week. Drew Brees has a Royal Bush 112.5 versus the not salty salamis 84.5. Yuck. Jay Cutler leads Rudy's ragtag team, his also Drew Brees' team, to a victory with 25 points. And with that, Rudy jumps into 9th place.
This is a matchup that no one wanted to talk about.
No one. We started this one off with just to have
really just bad showings from both sides. Both sides.
Because if it was
awful.
If it was at the end, people would have just turned it off. But Rudy jumps into 9th place. Passing Salami in 10th place in dead last place.
Likely two teams that will fulfill 7, 8, 9, and 10 seeds going into the playoffs. Likely.
But Rudy
thus far, that's what you would assume.
That is. But Rudy, Andre Ellington 14 points and Julian Edelman 19.5 points. Your second and third leading scorers behind Jay Cutler, and you trade both of them to this fucking kid, who then trades them to someone else. It was on the team for 25 minutes. It was crazy. But Eddie Lacy, he's not looking too strong. 4 points. He's a running back 2 nowadays. He's not looking really that great. But Rudy, Victor Cruz, I know it hurts you right there as a fellow Puerto Rican.
And Mr. Hughes, we thank you.
Yeah.
Me, Tom, the other avid Giant fans worldwide, league-wide, we thank you for having drafted Victor Cruz and owning him for his last game in a New York Football Giants uniform. He's
done.
He has seen his days. I think that the number is probably up on number 80 in a royal blue jersey.
Yeah. But Salami, you had another bad matchup. Andre Johnson led your team with 20 points, 7 catches, 99 yards. Oh, he just missed a 5-point bonus, another yard. Darren Sproles, 11.5 points, out 2 to 4 weeks with a knee sprain. He might be out longer, he might be out a little shorter, you never know.
That's a guy that you would want to keep on your bench, for the record. That's not a guy that you want to trade away. Probably good trade bait to a smart trader.
Just saying.
917-579-2150, and we are accepting phone calls as well as texts around the clock. You can bet your children's unborn children that the Starving Harvins will be taking trades around the clock from now until deadline time.
But Reggie Bush with 0 points. Salami, I don't know why you started him. He was out for 3 days. Poor team management by the not-so-salty one. And with that, I'll pass it to you.
Poor team management ain't going to be seeing 14. Poor team, no 14. And it's going to get into the matchup of the week.
Oh,
the Bella Chicken Parmesans. They take on Year 2 versus Andrew. And Mr. Luck is really the only guy left on that roster.
Yeah.
And I, as well as speaking on behalf of Mr. Giacomo Giannini, thank you, Mashy, for dissembling your team on our behalf. We'll get into this. Brady, this month, the month of October, he is 50 of 27 with 6 touchdowns, setting up for an awfully mighty fall, if I might say so myself.
Yeah. Very mighty. And he just had another one.
Larry Fitzgerald, 21 points. Lamar Miller, 16 points. And you would like to think that his coming out show is next week in Week 7 against the Chicago Bears. They've allowed the sixth most rushing yards to opposing running backs so far this season.
And there's no more no-showing over there.
There's no more no-showing over there. That's an ACL on top of an elbow injury. He's out for the year. Damian Williams would probably be the handcuff there, but
he's going to be on my team.
I believe he's owned. He's already on my team.
Is he? Oh,
yeah, he is. And the Titans, great defensive start. Not giving you much credit there, though. They were playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. Their best player is in rehab. His name is Justin Blackman. And DeAndre... 2 points? DeAndre...
Ooh.
2 targets. 2 points. 100% accuracy on throws to catch. No points delivered. Terrible showing for DeAndre Hopkins. Really showing his true colors and letting you know that the man sponsored by Jordan, Andre Johnson, still the number 1 pass catcher in Houston. Gotta love what Arian's doing too, though.
Oh, Aaron's
Gotta love what Arian's doing. He's low on everyone's radar going into the year. Really good stuff there. But a 0 bench production for Bill's team. You really did a good job with who you picked to start there. Got a lot of bad bench production. So I like you started. Not because you had many choices to make, but just for the record, good starts.
But Bill, I love the Odell Beckham pickup. When we went to June Schneider,
yeah,
I told you, I said pick up Odell Beckham. You picked him up, and fucking Victor Cruz broke his patella tendon.
Very.
Thanks, Bill.
That's a great pickup. I love the read there. I love the pre-read there. Graham Lamb, he'll be back. Jimmy Graham's going to be back. Everybody knows he's going to finish the year as the number 2 tight end behind
Orange Julius. Yeah.
Mashy's team, 142.5 points scored this week. Typically, that's not a shoo-in for a victory. It's not a shoo-in for a victory, but you get a lot of guys off of Mashy's team this week that really go and throw up a substantial amount of points.
Yes.
And a respectable amount of points. We'll start with Andrew Luck. I mean, the guy's having a career year. He's MVP candidate.
Yeah.
He's an MVP candidate. He's throwing the lights out. You get Marshall with a good game. Cobb with a good game. Hauschka throws up fucking 12 points for the kid.
Yeah, that's nice.
And he's been doing that all year. He's been throwing up legitimate numbers. We'll go back to Marshall and Cobb that are no longer on your roster, as well as Des Bryant, who was your other third receiver that was good. Thanks. I'm gonna Jaggy G. And fuck. Trades were bad following week 6. It's all right. You get away with a good win. Kaepernick throws up 33 points on your bench. You trade him away too. I'm not going to say who. But, we're going to need an Olsen-like MVP style of play like Andrew Luck is getting for you to be relevant for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
What do you got, Tom?
I got the final matchup. I got me and Pete's matchup.
We're already done?
No, I got my matchup.
We're
almost done. I got my matchup. We're coming for you,
Goddamn Jets.
The league leading points this week, 119.5. Nice, Pete. We did it. We made it, bro. We them boys. Versus Ain't No Thing But a Chicken Wing on a String at Burger King, 151. Tash, you fucking played great, bro. But Eugene Mathis Hilton.
I'm gonna have to. I hate to butt in, but
interject.
Tass's Ain't No Thanks. Arguably, aside from Jordy Nelson and Peyton Manning, and you knew Peyton was gonna be Peyton, the least exciting roster in the league behind Johnny Salami.
Yeah.
Truly. His best player's hurt.
Yeah.
And then you got Foles and another Eagle. You got Sproles over there.
Foles and Sproles.
Really just probably 2 of the least exciting teams in the league right now. And I speak on behalf of the league when I say so.
Yeah.
Really bad showings from a lot of your guys consistently, aside from your studs.
But Gordo digresses, and I'll go back to my point. Eugene Mathis Hilton, a.k.a. T.Y. Hilton, 42 points, leading me and Pete's team to victory. Thank you for T.Y., guys. He's the man. He's the 8th best wide receiver.
Rapping? What is that? Rapping.
Rapping. I'm fucking whoo. He's the 8th best wide receiver right now. We also have Demaryius Thomas, who's the 5th best wide out right now, 33 points. 85 points in 2 weeks. That is undeniable.
Yeah, had to expect the league's defensive coordinators really just bum rushing him, double teaming him every time off the bat, every time going into the early weeks. You know he is their premier guy.
He's the man.
But going forward, I really don't see anyone being able to slow him down. They've figured out a way to get him open, and that's what you get from a premier receiver in the NFL.
And then Antonio Brown with another 23 points, another 5 catches, 2nd best wide receiver in the league.
Continuing to do it behind Ben Roethlisberger and the Mike Tomlin-led Pittsburgh Steelers. Really good team.
And they say that Big Ben is calling the plays out there. Hines Ward said Todd Haley is not calling the plays. It's Big Ben calling the plays, and it's his fault for his team being this bad. But
he has raped a woman.
He literally has raped a woman. But Gio with 34 points, his first 100-yard rushing game in his entire career. Very short career. It's only his 2nd year.
Short-lived, but still a really
nice, solid career so far.
That's a crazy stat considering the fact that he has been so productive in just this year and a half of season play.
Great back. Fred Jackson, 13 points, solid running back too. I love the man, Pete. We know we love him. And then you go Petey Tass, very good week, 151. You would have beat half the league. You got Peyton throwing up 20 points. 3rd week, though, under 300 points. That's 3 weeks under 300 and 2 over 300. So, Pete, what did I tell you? 12 out of 16 games over 300 yards last
Buy
year.
high, don't sell, Taz.
Don't sell, never sell.
Can't
Jordy,
sell.
30 points. He's the number one wide receiver in the league right now. Good
Christian
shit, Taz.
Parsons.
Christian
Number
Parsons.
one wideout in football.
Yeah.
Right.
Steve Smith, 31 points. The third wide receiver in fantasy football. Damn.
Thank you,
Damn,
Carolina
Taz.
Panthers.
Yeah.
Thank you. Blood and guts.
And then you had
Blood and guts.
You had Joke Bell with 17 points filling in for Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush coming back in week 7, though. I'd like to see you showing. I
coming
know
back.
you're
And
Reggie
he's
back.
playing the Saints. He's playing the Saints.
And you would
Blood
expect.
and guts.
You know what? In the Dome, is that game in New Orleans? That game's in New Orleans, isn't
No
it?
matter what, it's going to be in the
That
dome.
game is going to be that's a shootout in the Dome. You go down to Metrodome in New Orleans, you're going to see a lot of that. But Reggie Bush coming back, typically a first and third down back. Really interested to see what Joyke Bell has to offer going forward as far as carrying the football.
Love Joyke, Taz. Love him. But you know what? We're finished with that. And on to the next one. We got a nice week coming up, Jack. Jack, me and Peter coming for you. We got our little bet going. You know what it is. I'm not going to say what it is. I don't want to tell anyone what it is. But you know me and Peter following through with it.
That's good to see Pete Lamont has decided to follow through with something.
Yeah, with something in his life. Jack, good luck to the rest of the league. Till next week, I bid you adieu. But till next week, motherfuckers, we're coming for you.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about